Alright, what's up guys? Welcome back to the video, welcome back to the vlog. I just wanted to show you a little update on what I got going on. So, I've been tearing apart a V6. It's a 4.3 liter little Chevy GM V6 motor. What I'm doing is I'm going to rebuild this thing. I'm trying to put as much horsepower as I can. I'm limited on what I can do to it because I'm broke. So if there's anybody out there that just trying to do this same thing with no money because my bank account's on zero, then, well, welcome to the channel. Here we go. So I pulled this thing out of a Chevy Silverado 1500 and I'm going to rebuild it, and I'm going to put the maximum amount of horsepower on the brokest joke dollar I could do it. Anyway, here we go. I got me the motor, okay? So, bam, I have the motor, and I've been tearing it apart. I went and bought me a set of tools. There's my set of tools. And I went and bought me a book. There's my book. It's a Haynes Repair Manual. Now, I open it up, and it's talking about look at that, Chapter 2A, which basically, I already got the motor pulled out. So, basically, you get you one of these books and you can tell how to take the motor apart, and it tells you a bunch of good stuff in here. Good thing to do, buy this book. It's just under $30. You don't have to get this specific book, but I would definitely get a repair manual. That's the pickup I have. That's the repair manual. And there is the pickup. Alright. There is the motor on the stand. This is, I guess, I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm reading the repair manual, but I'm just taking parts off. It told me to take off any brackets. This was a bracket. This was a bracket. These are the engine mount brackets. This is the intake. I took that off. It just bolted on with these bolts here. Trying to remember where everything is. Actually, these bolts here. This is the intake. So I took 1, 2, 3, and 4 bolts, and the intake came off. This is where it bolted on at. You can see 1, 2, 3, and 4. It just bolts on just like that. So, really been following the manual. I have no idea what I'm doing. None. I just bought this book, you know? I just bought this book. I wanted to do it. Bought me a set of tools. So that's what I'm doing. This motor has 137,000 miles on it. Something happened to it. I found the motor for like $350, somewhere in between $200 and $350. I don't know. My mechanic bought it. So there is a replacement motor in the pickup now. It's been in there for about 2, maybe 3 months, and it is starting to go out again. So I'm rebuilding this one. And I'm rebuilding this one hopefully with the most amount of power I can on the cheapest budget I can possibly find. I don't know what I'm going to do. I want it to do what I want it to do, like every man wants it to do. So, okay, long story short, it's telling me that what I'm learning is, as I pull these out, which I think this is a rocker and this is a lifter. So you need to number each one of these like this here. I've put them in bags. Okay. And I put the rocker and the lifter. I wrapped it in this right here. This is number 1. This sheet, I'll show you what it has on there. Basically what I have done And this book tells you everything about it. See, it says this is the front of the motor, and you label them from the front of the motor. That's 1, that's 2, that's 3, that's 4, and so forth. So that's how you put your deals, you know. So I'm taking this off and that off. This is 1. This is how I'm labeling it, so I understand it. This is the front of the motor. I'm pulling 1 off, 2 off, 3 off, 4, 5, 6, and then 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, front of the motor. So I just drew up a diagram that shows me what I'm doing. This is number 1, and this is the motor. It says, basically it says, this is the front of the motor. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This one's 1, like I'm showing you. This is 1, this is 2, 3, and so forth. So that's what I'm doing. So I just wanted to show you my progress on the motor. These are the valve covers. These are your rods right here, push rods. I'm not sure exactly what the name of that is. I think it's your rockers. And these are your valves, which these are your valve springs. And I think this right here is your valve. So, and there's your valve, and in there is your valve. I think this one, I believe, is your exhaust valve. And I believe this one is your intake valve for this cylinder. Again, I've never done this before. Never done this before, but I'm learning with the help of this book. Alright, so never done this before in my life, but you know what? I want a motor that is reliable, and I don't have $50,000, $60,000 to spend on a brand new pickup. And what is a brand new pickup? Well, a brand new pickup has a brand new one of those in there. Well, I don't have the money to buy a brand new one of those, so what am I gonna have to do? I'm gonna have to build that. So there you go. That's what I think. Anyway, so that's where I'm going with it. I'm gonna go ahead and take those out. This is the tool set I have. Got my little gloves, using the book, putting them in there. I know this is a retarded ass video. I don't care, but we'll see where it goes, you know what I mean? At least I'm doing something with my life, you know, like. And you know what? When I get done, I may have a truck that'll stomp your truck's ass. and I ain't got no money, so we'll see what happens. Anyway, so I just wanted to give you a little video of what I'm doing. This is my 4.3 liter V6 engine, and I'm rebuilding it on a budget. I hope I can put 500 horsepower in this motor. But as I stand right now, I don't have $1 to my name. I may have $1 or $2, I don't know, but I sure don't have more than $100. I guarantee you that. That's I don't think I have more than $2, honestly. I may be able to scrape up $100 if I really try, you know what I'm saying? But I think that'll come in quite handy, you know. I think today I may be able, if I work real hard, come up with $100, you know what I mean? So with that in mind, and quite honestly, I may be able to come up with $20. I mean, right off a whim. But anyway, I'm just telling you that so that, because I'm really thinking about me and my budget, you know, and maybe you may be the same, you know, like, shit, today, how much money could I come up with right now? Maybe $20, maybe, I don't know, you know what I mean? So if you're like me and you want a hot rod, you want to pick up, you know. So that's what we're doing anyway. So yeah, that's what I've learned out of this book. And if you like this video, subscribe to my channel, hit that like button. But just wanted to show you that's what I'm doing. And that's all I got to say on this clip. This is where I'm at on my build. There you go. On this motor. And this is what it looks like taken apart. I'm going to take these out. And I'm going to take these out. And I'm going to number each one. And then I'm going to cover this motor up with that tarp. That way it don't get wet. And now I'm just barely bought that engine stand. I just barely bought them tools. I'm doing this on my own. If you want to do a motor on your own with nearly nothing, and you know, I mean, if you can make just enough money to buy an engine stand, and then, well, then you're at the right place, because that's where we're at. So let's see what we can do, right? Alright, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and before you know it, we'll have us about a 500 horsepower motor. Fingers crossed. We'll see y'all in the next one.